What's going on, Jerome's Week 11 NFL action is in the books. It is time. It's time for the most accurate NFL power rankings in the known universe. And if you disagree with any one of these placements, you're wrong. You're wrong. How does it feel? Head into Week 12. Let's get it on at 33, as we're apt to do. The greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers allegedly at 8-3, dropping a deuce at US Bank Stadium. Hey, don't care that the Vikings were up 13 and then they just let the Packers back in and they even had the lead late. Don't care. This is how much I care. You're right there. But 34-31, loss. It's a loss. And you know that they're shatting themselves. All those injuries piling up, and the Vikings 2.5 games behind, already lost one up against the Vikings. So, yes, Minnesota is coming. Gonna win the division, baby. I love it. 32. Chicago Bears. Hey, remember early in the season when everyone thought that the Bears were like this trendy wild card pick? No, not so much. Justin Fields got hurt, ribs. He's going to miss Thursday's game against the Lions. Andy Dalton came in. The offense actually had some spark, but they can't even beat the Ravens without Lamar. Like, they could not beat Tyler Huntley. They could not defeat him. And I love that Matt Nagy had to deny reports that he's going to be fired after the Thanksgiving game, which is just he's 1,000% going to be fired after they lose the Lions, but whatever. 31. Speaking of which, the Lions 0-9-1, a loss 13-10 at Cleveland. Again, they're in so many of these close games. They should have beat the Steelers instead of tied them. They should have beat the Vikings, frankly. They should have beat the Ravens. They should have beat Cleveland. I have hopes for Dan Campbell going forward once they get some talent in there, but they will get their only win of the season against the Bears on Thursday. That's right. Ooh. Thanksgiving for Detroit. And then they'll still have the number 1 overall pick in a draft that does not have any top-tier quarterbacks. I don't know. I'll take Malik Willis or Matt Corral, whatever. 30. Got the Jaguars down 2 spots, dropping to 2-8, losing 30-10 against San Francisco. They're simply bereft of talent. And this Urban Meyer experiment is going to be one and done. The new coach coming in, I mean, you got Trevor Lawrence, you got James Robinson. Yeah, you have some nice young pieces on defense, but yeah, they lost Agnew for the season, who's probably the most exciting piece. But, yeah, 29. Jets 2-8, dropping one against the Dolphins at home. Hey, Elijah Moore coming out party. Yeah, even though Joe Flacco has no Sacco anymore, but it's going to be rough. Like, Zach Wilson needs to get healthy. That offensive line needs to get its ish together. Bit of a rough season for LaFleur and Rob Salah. But they'll get things together. I truly believe in Rob Salah. I think that he will be the man to lead the Jets to some semblance of success. I think that he's a true leader of men, a good defensive mind. They just need a lot more talent in that building. 28. Giants 3-7. Oh boy. So the Giants got off the mat a little bit. They're playing decent. They're starting to get some dudes healthy, but man, Jason Garrett needs to not call plays ever again. He can't even call Broadway to get tickets to Hamilton. Do not want him calling a damn thing when it comes to plays. But yeah, 30-10 loss at Tampa Bay. And it's really rough when Andrew Thomas, your left tackle, has more touchdown catches than Babytron, who you paid $9 billion for, and also Kadarius Toney. But what can you do? 27. Got the Falcons. Again, the Falcons had just a little bit of life, but then they got exposed. Thursday night, home game, and you get shut out in your own building. That's rough, man. No Cordero, but yeah, the Falcons are frauds. They are kaput. 26. Houston Texans rising on up. Going into Tennessee, no one gave them the time of day. They were getting 10-plus points by kickoff, and then they just go in and stomp the Titans. It's crazy, man. Tyrod, David Culley, feel good for them. And also, this game was not as close as the final score shows. Like, Tennessee was not even competitive the first part of this game. It's rough, man. 25. You got Seahawks. Speaking of non-competitive, yeah, the Seahawks are done, losing 23-13 at home against Colt McCoy. Pew, pew, pew. Cool. Yeah, Cardinals, no Nuke, no Kyler, and they still are dominant. Like, Seattle was never in danger of winning this game, so it's time to blow it up. They've given away a bunch of draft picks. They just signed Jamal Adams to $9 billion. Pete is going to be gone. Maybe Pete goes back to USC. I wouldn't rule it out. Russ is going to be gone. Probably going to go to the Broncos. One time. So, yeah, starting over in Seattle. 24, got the Dolphins beating the Jets by a touchdown and a follow-up on their emotional win against the Ravens. So, I don't know. Like, I think that Brian Flores certainly deserves another season. I love him. I think that he's a true leader of men. But, yeah, this letdown after having double-digit wins last season, not really settling on Tua. Is he going to be the guy? Will they be in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes in the offseason again? They're firmly they were the last team at the dance at the trade deadline. I don't know. But this team with Russ, I would consider that one. I would consider that one. Plus, Russ and Sierra, his wife in Miami, they can build their brands. No state income tax. South Beach. Yeah, think about it. 23. Got the Panthers at 5-6, dropping 27-21 at home, down 5 spots. Now, you would have thought that the Panthers won this game by 40 because of all the highlights that they showed of Cam Newton, but no. And I think that Carolina, just another year, they could be in the Watson sweepstakes. They could be in the market for a first-round quarterback. Maybe they'll go after Russ. Maybe they'll go after Rodgers. Who knows? 22. Washington up 1 spot, 4-6, picking up sticks. So they follow up their big-time win against Tampa Bay with a big-time win on the road at Carolina, the Ron Rivera revenge game. Taylor Heineke, I always liked him as a backup here in Minnesota before he kicked that door, and he's plucky. I think that he's a fiery leader. I think that he does have some of those attributes that you look for, and they're getting it done. I mean, what can you do? It's going to be really tough without Chase Young, though. 21. Raiders. Oh, boy. So they're fading fast. They were leading the AFC West like 2 seconds ago, but a Rich Bisaccia, or whatever the hell his name is, he's a chicken. Well, they punted 3 times in Cincinnati territory. Like, even Zimmer calls that gutless. Like, are you kidding me? So, yeah. It's rough. 20. Got the Steelers. Speaking of rough, losing 41-37 out in LA, where it was basically a home game for the Steelers. I'm starting to feel really bad for the Chargers players because they never are going to have a home game, and I don't think they ever will since LA is such a transient city. Like people, obviously there's lots of people born in LA, but there's way more people who come from outside of Los Angeles and bring their fan allegiance with them. Like they don't like. So a Cowboys fan isn't going to move from Waco or Dallas or whatever and then move to LA, try to be an actor or actress or something. And it's like, oh, yeah, go Chargers or go Rams. There's a reason why the NFL failed in LA the first time, and I don't think that it's going to work out the second time, but we'll see. But, yeah, the Steelers, man, the Steelers are up there in terms of the best bad team in the league, but they came back from 13 down, double digits, and then they fell apart at the end. Just cover Mike Williams. I don't know. 19, Georgia, 11-0, rolling through Charleston Southern, 56-7. It shocks me how these mismatched teams, these cupcake games as it were, how the other team always manages at least 3, and they got 7 here. Kind of crazy. But yeah, Georgia only has Georgia Tech left, and then they play Bama in the SEC title game. It's going to be good. 18. Eagles, 5-6, 40-29 win against the Saints. Still in the playoff picture. They're starting to get healthy, and they run the ball. They get after it, man. Love me some Jalen Hurts. Miles Sanders is getting healthy. Love me some Devontae Smith. So they do have some pieces going forward, plus they have 3 first-round picks. 17, got the Saints, 5-5, dropping a deuce in Philly. Simeon threw 3 touchdowns, and hey, you just gave you just gave a stupid Taysom Hill like $40 million, could be flexed up to 80. Just, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know, but they should be in the market for a quarterback in the draft. 16, Broncos on bye. Whatever. George Payton spent this off week just doling out all the money to wide receivers, like because maybe they're trying to make this thing attractive for Russell Wilson, or maybe Aaron. No, 15. Got the Niners up 7 spots. A dominant win on the road, west to east, which is really tough. Deebo Samuel right now is a top 5 wide receiver, and that's no cap at all. I love me some Deebo, and also Brandon Ayuk is really starting to step up. Jimmy Garoppolo not making mistakes, and plus the Niners want to pound that rock, and they may get Elijah Mitchell back this week against the Vikings from that broken finger from surgery. So yeah, we'll see. 14. The Ravens, 7-3. No Lamar, and this was just an ugly game, but you're happy to get out of it. Lamar Jackson apparently is feeling better, and we'll see. Like maybe the Ravens can still hold serve in the AFC North, but I don't know. I don't have a good feel about this Ravens team. Like this is definitely not the old school Ravens team that will punch you and keep on punching you. Like they will make mistakes and give things away. 13. Bengals. So big time win on the road, even though not really on the road against the Raiders. Raiders a lot like the LA teams. They will never have a home field advantage, but 32-13 win at Las Vegas. Joe Mixon dominant. The Raiders had no answers for him at all. 12. Got the Browns at 6-5, where 13-10 win against Detroit. They win ugly, but they occasionally get it done. Yeah. Also, Nick Chubb starting to get back into form, so it's good to see Kevin Stefanski doing things there. 11, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, 19-9 win at home against Dallas, where, I mean, the Chiefs, they're winning games, and the rumors of their demise was much exaggerated, but they're not dominating teams like they had in previous years. Like, I don't get it. Like, the Cowboys didn't have CeeDee, they didn't have Amari, and I just don't know. Like, it still seems to me like this is a collection of 6 players and a bunch of other dudes. Like, it's still Mahomes and Tyreek and Kelsey and Chris Jones dominant in that game, by the way. Honey Badger. And that's it. That's it. Who really knows? Next up, 10. Got the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, dropping, fading fast. Just an absolute laying a goose egg at home against Indianapolis. Oh, that should say IND. IND, yeah, you know me. Yeah, lowercase. Yeah, whatever. So the Colts roll in, they're 7-point underdogs, and then they just get schwacked. Where the Bills may be in a little bit of trouble because they obviously crush bad teams and they struggle against good teams, and they're one-dimensional on offense. Brian Daboll, respect, great offensive acumen. Love what he's done with Diggs and Josh Allen, but if you know that Josh Allen's going to throw every single down, I mean, it sort of makes the defense a little bit easier, just a touch. We'll see. Plus that defense got exposed. Leslie Frazier, come on, man. Come on. 9. Chargers up 1 spot. 41-37 win versus Pitt. They really are the West Coast Vikings. Like, you really don't know what team is going to show up, and they're capable of massive comeback wins, massive comeback losses. It's just, you just don't know. Also, Austin Eckler, baby. Come on. 8. Got the Titans down 7 spots. They were at 1. And you were the 1 seed in the AFC heading into the week, and you have the 1-win Houston Texans coming into your building, and you do that. You got your ass kicked. You got your ass kicked by the Texans. Yeah, you deserve to fall. I'm surprised we didn't drop even more. 7, got the Rams on bye. Hopefully they spent this bye week calculating their all-in EV and trying to hedge or buy insurance on it, and maybe getting OBJ up to speed so he can be a 2-minute drill, and maybe getting Von Miller healthy and getting him on the field. So we'll see. I still really have my doubts about this team. 6, Cowboys down 2 spots. Yeah, you can blame injuries, but a lot of people have injuries this time of year. Amari's probably going to miss Thursday. CD, TBD if he'll be available on Thanksgiving, but it's the Raiders. You got the Raiders coming in. Your 7.5-point favorites probably should get it done. 5, Colts at 6-5. Big time statement win for Frank Reich. This Colts team started very slow. I think that they're a great team to have on the in-season version of Hard Knocks. It'll be a fun story. Actually, the Vikings obviously would have been better, but what can you do? But Jonathan Taylor Thomas, 5 tutties, man. 5. He may get some MVP consideration if the Colts make the playoffs, which I think they will. Maybe they'll even make a push in the AFC South since the Tennessee Titans have Adrian Peterson instead of Derrick Henry. But we'll see. 4, Buccaneers, ho-hum 30-10 win against the Giants on Monday Night Football. Yeah, the game against the Washington football team, yeah, a little bit of a setback, but they're starting to get healthy. Maybe they'll get Antonio Brown back. But they're going to start opening things up. 3, Patriots, speaking of which, they're back. Yeah. Well, we said look out. In the previous weeks, the Patriots are really starting to get their stuff together. Best defense in the NFL right now. And also Mac Jones is playing like a seasoned veteran. So, I mean, no one wants a piece of the Patriots. And it's not insane that the Patriots could end up being the 1 seed in the AFC. It's just, how do they keep doing it? How does Belichick just... 2, got the Arizona Cardinals up 2 spots. Zach Ertz, 2 touchdowns. No Kyler, no Nuke, no problem. They're staying the course. They're still on pace for the 1 seed. And if they can get healthy and stay on the field, I think that they are going to be the team to beat in the NFC. But, of course, so the Vikings were at 2 last week. And, I mean, the team in the 1 spot, they lost. So what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Vikings, the best 5-5 team in NFL history. 34-31 win against Green Bay. Wasn't pretty. Almost let it slip away, but they got it done. And guess what? If Zimmer is open to taking chances and Cousins is throwing the ball deep and Jefferson is getting the ball and the defense is generating some pressure, guess what? This is a very dangerous team. Esmoy, Dangeroso. I love it, man. But that's it. That's a look at the Week 12 NFL Power Rankings, the most accurate power rankings in the known universe. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.